Hey guys, Steve here with the free stock trade for Wednesday, August 20th, 2014. We're actually doing this video on Sunday afternoon. But what we're going to do today is just update our trade that we entered a couple weeks ago in EXPE and really look at just a couple different levels and potentially some areas where we can adjust a stop, in the future. So EXPE, we entered here. Obviously, we had the weekly chart. Okay, the weekly chart was consolidating along this trend line. Had a couple weeks of sideways movement, which represented by this gray box on the daily chart. And then finally, we had this nice breakout after a disappointing day here. Earnings came out. We had a nice breakout higher above this support or resistance level of this box here, and we entered the next morning from this breakout. So we entered right here at 80, what was the open? 84.46. All right. So, looks like about 10 days has passed since then, since our entry. And right now what I'm looking at is, this I'm fairly confident in this trend line. Okay, because it's touched here, here. All right, so, there's been some definite points along the trend line that have been tested and passed successfully, which gives me a little more confidence that the trend line is actually intact. So now what I'm looking at is potentially that we are consolidating again after this breakout and potentially moving sideways to test the trend line and potentially allow this 50-day moving average to catch up. Okay, because the nature of the 50-day moving average, the more days that pass at a higher price, the average moves higher, and this every day will get closer and closer as this move sideways. Okay, so I'm looking at right now a secondary consolidation area. Okay, it looks like we came back, we tested the bottom. This looks to be the top, in my opinion, with these tails here. All right, so I think what happens is eventually when we get a breakout over 86, if we get a breakout over 86, I think we can adjust our stop here to 79.40. All right, take some risk off the table and then see what happens. I think, first of all, as I said, I think we need maybe another week or two of consolidating sideways to come closer to this trend line. I'm afraid if we broke out at this point that we'd be, pretty far extended from this trend line and from the 50-day, that the breakout may not continue, let's say. I think it may be more of a false breakout, but we'll see what the price action does, what the price tells us. But like I said, I think an ideal situation would be we consolidate in this box for another 1 to 2 weeks, break out over 86, and if that's the case and the 50-day moving averages say over 82, then we could bring our stop all the way up to this 82.50 level. All right, this lower consolidation. So it all depends on when and if this breaks out, where the next stop level would be and how we would treat it. But again, my ideal situation would be we consolidate to this trend line, allow the 50-day moving average to catch up, eventually break out over 86, and then we could trail stop to 82.50. All right, so that's how I'm playing EXPE. If you haven't already, please follow me, StockTwits, Twitter, Google+, and subscribe to the YouTube channel for future updates. You can also subscribe on the blog for the nightly recap, where I send out all the strategy session and educational videos that we do every day directly to your inbox. And if you have any questions or comments, you like the video, hit the like button, leave some comments below, and enjoy the strategy session tonight. Take care, guys.